Hello and welcome to this course titled RF and Microwave Engineering, having course code EC701. This course is made for undergraduate BTech students in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Myself, Aveli Banerjee, the course teacher for this subject, and here is my contact detail so that if you have any queries, you can mail me. In the previous lecture, I have given the overview of course title RF and Microwave Engineering. It is having the course code EC701. In my previous lecture, I have included the course contact, course credit, course objective, course outcome, and the importance of this subject in your curriculum. This is the detailed syllabus of Module 1. In this lecture, we will start with Module 1. Introduction of RF and Microwave Spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum consists of entire range of electromagnetic radiation. Radiation is the energy that travels and spreads out as it propagates. The types of electromagnetic radiation that makes the electromagnetic spectrum are broadly classified into gamma radiation, X-ray radiation, ultraviolet radiation, visible light, infrared radiation, microwave radiation, and radio waves. This is depicted in the following figure. RF and microwave is a rate of oscillation in the range around 3 kHz to 300 GHz, which corresponds to the frequency of radio waves and the alternating currents which carry radio signals. Microwave is not meant to suggest a wavelength micrometer. It has smaller wavelength compared to radio broadcasting. Its frequency range is from 300 MHz to 300 GHz. Its wavelength is from 1 millimeter to 1 meter. It includes ultra-high frequency, which ranges from 0.3 to 3 GHz, super high frequency, which ranges from 3 to 30 GHz, and extremely high frequency from 30 to 300 GHz signals. The behavior of circuits at RF and microwave bands, it provides large bandwidth, so it's possible to adjust large number of channels. It uses distributed circuit theory. Scattering phenomena like absorption, reflection, refraction, etc. are used in power calculation. Optical fibers, waveguides, strip lines, microstrip lines, and common transmission lines are used. It can handle high power. Some of the advantages of using higher frequency are larger instantaneous bandwidth for much information, higher resolution for radar imaging and sensing, less interference by nearby application, higher speed for digital communication, signal processing, and transmission, less crowded spectrum, and difficulty in jamming. Some of the disadvantages of using high frequencies are more expensive component, higher atmospheric loss, reliance in GAS technology rather than SI technology, higher component losses lower output power from active devices. IEEE microwave frequency band. This is the band as per IEEE microwave frequency. This is shown in the slide. Here the designations are HF, VHF, UHF, L band, S band, C band, X band, KU band, K band, KA band, millimeter and submillimeter. Correspondingly, the frequency range in gigahertz are given. Now coming to the applications of RF and microwave. There are a wide variety of applications for microwaves which are not possible for other radiations. They are: first is the wireless communication. In wireless communication, there is one application, that is Bluetooth. We all are well aware of this technology. Bluetooth is a wireless technology standard used for exchanging data between fixed and mobile devices over short distances using short wavelength. UHF radio waves in the industrial, scientific, and medical radio bands. It is from 2.4 GHz to 2.48 GHz and building personal area networks also. The next is long distance telephone calls. In wireless communication, another application is direct broadcast satellite. Direct broadcast satellite refers to satellite television system in which the subscriber or end users receive signals directly from geostationary satellites. Signals are broadcast in digital format at microwave frequencies. DBS is the descendant of direct-to-home satellite services. Now coming to the next application, that is personal communication systems. In a number of countries throughout the world, a wireless service called the personal communication system is available. In the broadcast sense, PCS includes all forms of wireless communication that are interconnected with the public switched telephone network, including mobile telephone and aeronautical public correspondence system. Coming to the other application, that is wireless local area networks. A wireless local area network is a wireless computer network that links two or more devices using wireless communication to form a local area network within a limited area such as a home, school, computer, laboratory, campus, or office building. This gives users the ability to move around within the area and remain connected to the network. In wireless communication, many other applications are there like WiMAX operations, outdoor broadcasting transmissions, broadcast auxiliary services, remote pickup unit, studio or transmitter link, cellular video system, automobile collision avoidance system. These are some of the applications included in wireless communication. The next application of RF and microwave is in the area of electronics. This is the phase shifter. Basically, phase shifter is an electronics device that changes the phase of an incoming signal. Phase shifters are in the family of time-based effects commonly used on instruments and voices in music production. The next one is electronic countermeasure systems. An electronic countermeasure is an electrical or electronic device designed to trick or deceive radar, sonar, or other detection systems like infrared or lasers. It may be used both offensively and defensively to deny targeting information to an enemy. The next one is spread spectrum systems. It is typically a communication system with the difference that the modulator or demodulator has an input, the spreading generator. There are two predominant techniques to spread the spectrum. One is FH, that is known as frequency hopping, which makes the narrow band signal jump in random narrow bands within a larger bandwidth. And the second is DS, that is direct sequence, which introduces rapid phase transition to the data to make it larger in bandwidth. The other applications in the area of electronics are fast jitter-free switches, HF generation, tuning elements, and many more. Coming to the next application in the area of commercial uses. So coming to the first one, that is remote sensing. Remote sensing is the process of detecting and monitoring the physical characteristics of an area by measuring its reflected and emitted radiation at a distance. Special cameras collect remotely sensed images which help researchers sense things about the Earth. The other applications are like garage door openers, police speed detectors, burglar alarms, motion detectors, then identification by non-contact methods, cell phones, pagers, wireless LANs, satellite television. These are all the commercial uses of RF and microwave. Now coming to the next one, that is in the area of navigation. One of the application is Global Navigation Satellite System. Global Navigation Satellite System refers to a constellation of satellites providing signals from space that transmit positioning and timing data to GNSS receivers. The receivers then use this data to determine location. The next is Global Positioning System. The Global Positioning System, originally Navstar GPS, is a satellite-based radio navigation system owned by US government and operated by US States Space Force. It is one of the global navigation satellite system that provides geolocation and time information to a GPS receiver anywhere on or near the Earth where there is an unobstructed line of sight to 4 or more GPS satellites. Now, the application of RF and microwave in military and radar. Radar is a detection system that uses radio waves to determine the range, angle, or velocity of objects. It can be used to detect aircraft, ships, spacecraft, guided missiles, motor vehicles, weather formations, and terrain. A radar system consists of a transmitter producing electromagnetic waves in the radio or microwaves domain, a transmitting antenna, a receiving antenna, and a receiver and processor to determine properties of the object. Radio waves from the transmitter reflect off the object and return to the receiver, giving information about the object's location and speed. Now the next is sonar. Sonar is a technique that uses sound propagation, usually underwater, as in submarine navigation. It is used to navigate, communicate with, or detect objects on or under the surface of the water, such as other vessels. Then in this area, the next application is weather forecasting. Weather forecasting is the application of science and technology to predict the conditions of the atmosphere for a given location and time. The next application is minesweeping applications. Minesweeping is the practice of the removal of explosive naval mines, usually by a specially designed ship called a minesweeper, using various measures to either capture or denote the mines, but sometimes also with an aircraft made for the purpose. The other applications are navigation of ships, speed light enforcement, air traffic control. Military uses microwave frequencies for communications and for the above mentioned applications. Now coming to the next area of RF and microwave application, that is food industry. As all of us know that microwave ovens used for reheating and cooking. This is one of the most basic application in food industry. Then food processing applications, preheating applications, pre-cooking, roasting food grains, beans, drying potato chips, moisture leveling, absorbing water molecules. These are some of the applications of RF and microwave in the area of food industry. Now coming to the next area, that is industrial use. Here there is one application, that is RF lighting. RF lighting is one of the newest application of microwaves, also known as the sulfur light bulb. The basic premise is to place a small amount of sulfur in a bulb, then excite it using 2.45 GHz magnetron. The result is a highly efficient, long-lasting, high-intensity lamp with pleasing colors and very low harmful UV radiation. The next application is power transmission. Radio frequency transmission enabled wireless power transfer, which is a cost-effective solution to power energy constrained wireless networks, where dedicated energy transmitters are deployed to broadcast RF signals to charge low-power electric devices. The other applications in this industrial area are vulcanizing, rubber, analytical chemistry applications, drying and reaction process, processing ceramics, polymer matrix, surface modification, chemical vapor processing, powder processing, sterilizing pharmaceuticals, chemical synthesis, waste remediation, tunnel boring, breaking rock, breaking up coal seams, cutting of cement, fusion reactors, active denial systems, and many more. Now coming to the next area, that is semiconductor processing techniques. In this, one application is reactive ion etching. Reactive ion etching is a plasma etching technology to fabricate micro and nano structures. The next one is chemical vapor deposition. Chemical vapor deposition is a vacuum deposition method used to produce high quality, high performance solid materials The process is often used in the semiconductor industry to produce thin films. Now moving to the next area, that is spectroscopy. Here the application is electron paramagnetic resonance spectroscopy. Electron paramagnetic resonance or electron spin resonance spectroscopy is a method for studying materials with unpaired electrons. Now moving to the next area, that is application of RF and microwave in the area of medical applications. Monitoring heartbeat, microwave acoustic imaging, lung water detection, tumor detection, regional hyperthermia, therapeutic applications, local heating, angioplasty, microwave tomography. These are some of the medical applications. So, in this lecture, I have discussed about the introduction of RF and microwave spectrum and applications of RF and microwave. I hope it is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt, then please contact me to the given email ID. In the next lecture, we will study the typical applications of RF and microwave, that is radar and missile, and we will study about the safety consideration. Thank you.